Are you a pro at procrastinating? Here are 3 root causes of procrastination and what you can do about them. If you're a chronic procrastinator, some of your personality traits may be to blame. Perfectionism is a common one. It's an all or nothing mentality. You can't do it perfectly, so why even bother to start? You wait for the perfect time or conditions. You set unrealistic standards. But perfection is rooted in fear. I know because I'm still a recovering perfectionist. I haven't quite perfected it yet. So the first thing you're going to do is embrace imperfection. Give yourself permission to make mistakes and accept that even after decluttering, your home still may not be Insta-worthy. And that's quite okay. You'll still have a functional space that works for you. And that's really what you're going for. Stop over-analyzing and over-preparing and just start. The stars will never be aligned. You'll never have enough time. But those 5 minutes you have right now, that will do. A little trick to help you get started is to use the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. You count backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and you blast off. When decluttering, I find it helpful to have a list of short projects you can do when you have a few moments during your day. Choose one and do it to the best of your ability right now. As you go along, you'll want to acknowledge and celebrate your progress no matter how small. That helps you to focus on the process rather than the end result. Also set specific time limits for each decluttering session so you resist the urge to spend too much time trying to perfect that particular area. Another personality trait that can cause you to procrastinate is low self-confidence. But the best way to gain self-confidence is to do what you're afraid to do. Maybe you tell yourself, I don't think I can do this. I've been struggling with decluttering for so long. I always fail. Why should I even try? You're riddled with self-doubt. You don't believe that you have it in you to complete that project successfully. It's natural to procrastinate when you expect a bad outcome, so challenge those negative thoughts and words. Replace them with more positive and realistic ones. Tell yourself it's not easy, but I'm learning more and more. I'm getting better and better at this. I can do it one step at a time and I'm worth it. Failure is not an option. Make a checklist of small tasks and check them off as you go. That way you'll prove yourself wrong. You'll feel more and more accomplished and your self-doubt will begin to decline. Maybe you could benefit from some support. Feel free to approach your friends and family members. They'll provide encouragement, cheer you on and hold you accountable without adding too much pressure. Maybe you're indecisive by nature. Where should I start? What if I make a mistake? Maybe I'll need this later. Should I keep it or discard it? Sell or donate? Decluttering is all about decisions, and if you're fearful of making the wrong ones, you're going to put off the process rather than face regret later. If you tend to be indecisive, set clear goals where you identify the areas you're going to declutter and what you want to achieve. Your goals might be to create more space, organize your space better, or reduce stress. Keeping them in mind will provide clarity and motivation when you're faced with a difficult decision. Setting time limits will also keep you focused and help you make decisions more effectively. The second reason you procrastinate is reward versus effort. We have a brain that is selected for preferring immediate reward. Procrastination is the present self saying, I would rather feel good now. So we delay engagement even though it's going to bite us on the butt. Let's face it, decluttering isn't the most fun thing to do. But in the video above, I share some tips to make it a bit more enjoyable. But generally, it can be pretty boring and tedious, unpleasant, and even downright painful. We have to put in a lot of effort on a consistent basis before we can reap the real rewards, and that can affect our motivation. We are motivated more by instant gratification and rewards than long-term rewards. Psychologists refer to this as the present bias. We feel better in the short term by reducing negative emotions like guilt, shame, and fear, and increasing positive ones. It's much more fun to spend time on social media and entertainment and get a dopamine rush, even if it means feeling worse later. Procrastination is the result of a battle between your present and your future self. So it's important to keep that end result in mind and invest in your future self. Let's say your closet is overflowing and you're losing time every day because you can't find your clothes and it's making you late for work. So today is your day off and you've decided that you're going to tackle that pesky closet once and for all. But you're not in the mood anymore, so you decide to procrastinate. So tomorrow morning when you need to get dressed quickly, you have to sift through that disorganized closet. And you're late for work yet again. How does that make you feel? Today, when you're tempted to procrastinate, visualize yourself tomorrow morning getting ready with ease and reaching to work with lots of time to spare. Eat that frog. Tackle the project first and then reward yourself by doing something that brings you joy. So you feel accomplished and you still get to have some fun. It's a win-win situation. Also have a decluttering routine. We are creatures of habit, so when the process is automatic, we can bypass the need for instant gratification. The third reason you procrastinate is that you're feeling overwhelmed. Your room looks like a disaster zone. It's a major source of stress. You need to get cracking on it, but you don't know where to start. You just can't face it right now. So instead of tackling the project, you go out for a day on the town. But when you come back home, you still have to face it. And maybe while you've been out trying to enjoy yourself, the project has been weighing on your mind. Here are 4 reasons why you feel overwhelmed and what you can do about it. The first is that you're not being realistic. If you've collected stuff for 10 years, it's not likely that you're going to be able to declutter it all in 10 days. Unless, of course, you're highly motivated or you have a strict deadline because you have to downsize by a certain date. Decide what you can realistically accomplish and spread the project out over a time period. Set deadlines for specific tasks to help you build momentum, but go at your own pace. The second reason you're overwhelmed is that you're seeing the project as one huge task. Complex tasks can be quite daunting and lead to avoidance. If your large task is your kitchen, divide it into zones and make each one a subtask. When you make your project manageable, you're more likely to stick to it. The third reason is you're not taking your energy levels into consideration. Procrastination can be caused by a lack of energy. Pay attention to your energy cycles. What time of the day do you feel most energetic? That's when you should tackle your tasks. I am more of an early morning person. When your energy is low and you're feeling tired and stressed, you won't find the motivation to get started. And as you declutter, schedule regular breaks to replenish your energy. The fourth reason is you may suffer from anxiety, depression, or ADHD, and you're using procrastination as a coping mechanism. When you address the underlying condition, it's easier for you to move ahead with your decluttering. There are 2 things you can do to have greater success when beginning to declutter. The first is to make it easier to act. So create a plan, have a checklist, get prepared beforehand. The second is to make it harder to procrastinate by minimizing distractions and improving your focus. If your phone is a distraction, put it in another room so it's harder for you to get to it. Acknowledge your emotions and limitations, but don't let them keep you defeated. There's always something you can do. The cost of procrastination is the life you could have lived. Assessing your procrastination tendencies is the first step to conquering them. What's the main reason you tend to procrastinate? Tell me in the comments and share with us any tips that have worked for you. Hope you found the video helpful. Thank you for being here and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you soon.